Hello everyone, I'm Weston Weather. In today's video, we break down the upcoming tropical system and severe weather that could impact the United States. And before we start off with things today, I'd like to say we do actually have a new camera, and we actually have a microphone that we just got. Now, I don't have enough USB ports to plug my mouse in, so sorry if the drawing is a little off today, although we are about to get more because I have ordered a extra USB port that I can plug in, so this is not a long-term problem. Now, getting right into things, we do actually have two marginal risks of severe weather, one across portions of Michigan, Wisconsin, into portions of Illinois, and another one back here in Arizona and New Mexico. And today we are going to have to watch for a threat of some damaging winds and some large hail. As you can tell, our tornado outlook is 0 today. And I don't know why that's pulled up right there. Our wind outlook is 5%, and our hail outlook is also 5. Moving on to tomorrow, we have another marginal risk across portions of South Dakota, North Dakota, and Minnesota. And yet again, we're going to have to be watching a damaging wind and large hail threat. Tornado threat is 0. Our damaging wind threat is 5, and along with our hail. Now, moving on to the day 3 outlook, we see here that, sorry about that, I had to adjust that. We have a slight risk of severe weather in play across portions of North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. We have a marginal risk surrounding them from South Dakota into Minnesota and North Dakota, and I will definitely keep you updated on those severe risks. Now, moving on to what radar could look like today, you can tell we have ongoing storms right now. Those are going to push off, and we're going to see redevelopment spark this afternoon, and that's going to bring some storms, maybe even a few supercells that could have a isolated damaging wind and large hail threat evolve with them. And if we go and look further south here in Arizona and New Mexico today, they're going to be your classic summertime storms that bring your just damaging wind and large hail threat. Moving on to the HRRR and what we can expect tomorrow. And here we are. And overall, we're going to see storms fire up around 6 p.m. tomorrow. And they kind of are a bit of a clustered line. So we're going to see a isolated damaging wind threat, but it's only going to be for a few hours. Now, moving on to what everyone is wondering, where's this hurricane going to hit? Well, currently we have a tropical storm, and this is a pretty scary track whenever you look at the cone of uncertainty, as you can tell. And like I said, sorry if my drawing's bad, as I'm having to use my touchpad. But this is actually kind of heading towards Florida, our cone of uncertainty. Now, there's tons of outcomes. This could go up through North Carolina or South Carolina. This could go through Bermuda. It could stay west of Bermuda. It could even go into the Gulf. So there's multiple outcomes. Now, the further south we get, the less likely the outcome becomes. But we're going to have to watch it. And here's actually a look at infrared satellite here. You can tell we have a area of they're pretty disorganized showers and storms right now, but we're kind of starting to see that eye start to try to develop. Whenever we look at here on satellite, you can tell here our eye, it's been developing over the last 30 minutes. It's been getting a lot more intensification. You can tell here just on satellite, looking at the clouds, it is definitely trying. Now, moving on to the GFS model and what it is showing, and like I said, multiple outcomes, you can see here, it does actually bring it right to the north of the Lesser Antilles and has it hooking out from that Bermuda High and staying well off the shore of the United States, and that is not a good thing. And if we go ahead and head over here to let's go ahead and look at So I'm going to hit current storms now. And I might have to try and find this in a minute. But if we go ahead and head over to the European model and what it's showing, it is showing similar things. Although the euro today kind of has it getting a bit closer. This is 06Z and it has it going right through Cuba or surrounding areas. And if we go ahead and go to 0Z where we can look out far enough, we can tell here that this comes awfully close to land. So we're definitely going to have to watch this closely. Moving on to the CMC, it is showing the same thing. It stays north of the Lesser Antilles, kind of goes near Cuba, and then hooks out through Bermuda. And we're going to have to watch this as models have been changing a lot, and our cone of uncertainty is a bit further south, but it still looks to be hooking out. So we're definitely going to watch this. And the icon model, this has been dropping a lot further south, and usually whenever this occurs, we see more models in agreement pretty soon. So we're definitely watching this closely as this does actually hit the Lesser Antilles on the icon model, and that is very concerning since icon model usually is a sign of what other models are going to show later on. And we're just going to have to watch this very closely, and I will likely have another video uploaded tonight. Now, what I was trying to look for are these right here, and I hadn't pulled them up yet. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Let's go ahead and pull this up, and this after, and this after. All right, so here's what I was looking for. So here are our spaghetti models, and you can tell a lot of them have them staying just to the north of the Lesser Antilles. This is actually the cone, the like actual eye and where it would be. So yes, Lesser Antilles does look like it is going to get impacted. You can tell here a lot of the models right now show it kind of hooking off to the north. But whenever we look at the long run, you can tell it kind of shows that same thing, but a bit later on the GEFS. And then this is the GEPS, and you can tell some of them do actually have it coming close to the United States, others have it keeping it far out. So we're definitely going to have to be watching this closely. This is Tropical Storm Aaron model guidance intensity. And here you can tell here we have one model showing a Cat 4. There's quite a few up there showing a high-end Cat 3, multiple showing Category 3. There's some that are showing Cat 2, but not many. Few that are showing the stays as a tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane. But there's really no models that show this Cat 2. It's going to be, it looks like it's either going to be a Cat 1 or it's going to be a Cat 3 plus. And honestly, this is likely going to become a major hurricane. Now, where it impacts, that is a bit uncertain. And here are the landfall chances. I showed you this yesterday, and all areas are subject to change I've put on there. You can tell I've got rid of Texas and most of Louisiana out of the low chance of landfall. And I did contemplate adding a moderate chance on the East Coast, but we just have too much uncertainty and lingering uncertainty that I decided to hold off. But possibly by tonight's upload, we could have a moderate chance of landfall on the East Coast. And moving on to hurricane threats, I showed you this yesterday too. And tornadoes, some can be strong. Wind, these can exceed 175 miles an hour plus. And storm surge, it can be up to 20 feet or over. And here's your hurricane action plan. And you need to, because we're on the 5 to 7 days out right now, just make sure you monitor your forecast. Tell family and friends, hey, may have a hurricane heading towards us. We should probably be getting a bit prepared. Know what to do in case of a real threat. That is big. You need to know what to do in case a real threat comes. And confirm you have a reliable source. And yes, I went over all of this yesterday. We're gonna keep going over it. Just make sure you have a reliable source. There's lots of people out there that are going to say massive hurricane to come hit Florida or something. And we look for consistency. We don't look for one model run. So just make sure you have a reliable source. Check with them and just make sure that you know who you're getting your information from. It's actually accurate information. Once we get 4 days out, we get into that yellow area. and you need to be monitoring the forecast. Make sure family know. You need to go over your plan and make sure to grab essentials and check back with that reliable source. That is 1 to 4 days out. We are currently in the green area right now, but we are starting to near our yellow area. And here on the hurricane action plan, we have red, and this is the day of. And you need to have multiple ways to receive alerts, likely three plus. That is an area you need to have around 3 ways to receive alerts. So whether that's a phone, TV, and a weather radio or something, you need to have multiple ways to receive alerts. Because like I said, hurricanes usually have have tornadoes, and some of which are strong. Make sure to check hourly for updates from your reliable source. If you've been ordered to evacuate and you haven't, do not leave on the day of. You are going to just need to stick it out. Do not leave in the middle of it because that is just more dangerous. And confirm with everyone you know what to do if and when a warning comes through. So make sure day of, before anything even happens, make sure you know, okay, tornado warning has come through. What am I going to do? What are we going to do? Where are we going to hide, shelter? So just make sure that you know what you are going to do in case of a warning. And last thing before I end off this video, yes, we do have RGB lights now, and that is why the room is blue for recording. And yes, we have a new camera and a new mic, so this is definitely a huge upgrade, and we should have our mouse back in action as early as tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did enjoy, please consider dropping a like and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.